Let's do a little cutting. Let's do a little slicing. We're going to take a cucumber. This could be with any type of vegetable. We're going to do a little bias cut. Basically, again, with the slicer, you remember it's going to be a pull. So you want to just use a nice sawing motion, and you can see how beautiful those are looking, again, using the claw. And that's a slice, and it's also called a bias cut. We could do that with a lot of different things, but that's a beautiful cucumber right there. Nice local organic cucumber, and that's what we call a slice. So the serrated slicer, again, remember if you're on your roast, you're going to have your fork and whatnot, and that's going to be how you're going to use your slice, and that's what your serrated knife is for, or your meat slicer, same thing. Again, the hollow point is good because it lets the stuff slide right off the, see it come right off. Look at that. Beautiful. We got some fresh, delicious parsley here, guys. And basically, again, when sometimes, French chef taught me early in my career, stems are part of the vegetable, part of the herb. If they're really super thick, you might want to discard some of them. We could just see where about the top is right there, so just take that off. These can go in your broth. They can go in your water. They could be chopped for soups that are going to get pureed. And then we're just going to start chopping this again. We're going to start with a little bit off the claw, and then we get right into the claw here. Just going to mince a couple times. You see you got that nice X still. Pretty good position. Shoulders square to the table. Kind of like you're getting ready for a boxing match. I actually use that analogy, GAPP, from golf: grip, alignment, position, and posture. Helped me out a lot. The weatherman's golf tip. That was from an old Larry David show. What's that tip? That's a big important. You see, this is how you do it here. You're just moving this back to the center, and then you're going to hold the top of the knife here, and then you're just going to cut through that parsley. And again, as fine as you want to get it, I think right now I'm about just where I want to be. Didn't take me very long. We're going to use it at the end as a nice garnish. Sprinkle it on things. We can put it in our sauce, soup, throw it on top of some rice. Delicious. Ready to go. Look at that beautiful minced parsley. So the next thing we're going to do is to peel a couple of these vegetables here and to show you how to get them done. The first thing we'll do is the garlic clove. People want to know how to peel garlic. Again, this is pretty much the palm of your hand. I'm going to press down on there, and that's going to break up those cloves. You might want to have, it looks like this one's got a little tough spot in there. I might put that on the side. Got some cloves here. This will go on the side. And again, we have these. This is not really useful, the outside of the thing, although we use it in broths and things like that. It's not good for eating. So we'll put that on the side. And then you want to peel the clove of garlic. And again, this is a little bit, you want to knife edge away from you, back of the knife, and I just press down on it. That breaks the garlic out, gets it practically minced for you. You peel it right out of there. Goes pretty quick too, when you're doing a lot of it. Of course, now they make, and I really like fresh garlic. My wife and I always keep fresh garlic around. It just doesn't take very long. You can see this is not taking me a whole lot of effort. You just want to be careful with the blade. You want to use the palm of your hand. Just squeeze it down. Pull it right out of there. And the fresher the garlic, the harder it is going to be to peel. So you can see this is even having some trouble coming out of there. It's sticking right against there. But there you go. Not too bad. That stuff goes in the compost bin or wherever you're going to use it. And then you got the garlics ready to mince. Little sound effect cooking. Smells beautiful. My fingers will smell like garlic later, which is okay. If you're daring, you can throw some in your water, but then nobody want to talk to you. At least not up close. Then you're going to mince some garlic. There you have it. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is the ginger. So got a nice piece of ginger here. And again, this is where I like the peeler. And you basically can take your peeler and just peel the ginger. And again, there's lots of recipes like our bone broths and stuff like that where we're not going to we're not going to actually use the ginger. We're just going to extract it. We can actually leave the ginger. We can put this in our broth, or we can steep it and make some tea. Because this is all good stuff. It doesn't need to be wasted. But for certain things, we're going to want to peel that ginger. Just make it nice and even. Get a great peeler is all you need for that. But really cool if you don't have the peeler. Nice piece of ginger is ready to go. And this is, I'm not going to get rid of any of this right here. This is going to go in a little jar here. For the side, we'll save that for something. Soup or broth or something where we're going to puree maybe. And so we got some nice minced ginger. Going to go to one of these over here. Getting some nice mise en place together for my soup later. Put that on the side. So the ginger. The other way we can do the ginger is with the back of the French knife. Just take the back of a knife and just knock it off like this. How do we get the ginger? You see, it's not quite as easy as with the peeler, but working nonetheless. And then I heard, cultures where they don't actually peel the ginger. They just think the ginger peel's fine. Whole food cooking, fresh ginger. Don't buy minced ginger. Take your time to mince it. Take your time to cook with it, because you're eventually going to feed it to yourself. You want the most nutrition and stuff you can get in there. So that's pretty much the way to do it. Then we can slice it. Again, it's thin, kind of sliced down with this. I'm using a French knife in the style of a slicer. So that's one way to get it. Then we can grate it from there. Great thing to have on hand for the ginger is the box grater. So the box grater works awesome with ginger. When you want to get something into the ginger, you can just simply put it on the box grater. When you get with the grater again, you want to get right down to the nub and pretty much put it down so it's safe. Give it a little knock like that. Pull a little out of there. And this is edible ginger. It's pretty powerful, but you'll see in a second as well that one thing a lot of chefs will do is use the juice of the ginger. So you just simply grab this stuff up right here, and I don't want to lose any of it. Ginger, they make all kind of finagled juice for that. Now that's pretty powerful juice. I typically use the whole thing, but that is really, really great for flavoring a lot of things right there. And then you would discard the fiber. Got the essence of the ginger, and that can go into things. And fresh ginger juice, they sell it by little things, and you get a shot of ginger juice in your drink at the Whole Foods or something, and man, it's expensive. It's like $1 or $2 just to get a shot of ginger. Bell peppers are really popular, really good for you. Certified organic, of course, is where you want to be. But yeah, some people have a hard time with bell peppers as well. Very first restaurant I was in, again, we're going to cut the bottom off and the top, similar to what you saw before. Take these two out. This is going to be for chopping and dicing. Cut one little cut through the side here. Open it up. Then you're just going to slit through the pith. Take the pith out of here. When you're going towards yourself, do the other bell pepper. Show you that again. This is going to be for slicing and dicing, soups, salads. Cut one through, open it up. Whenever you're slicing towards yourself, it's always a slow, controlled motion. So it's a little tiny cut, very controlled. Don't want to be wildly going through, especially with super sharp knives. And then you can do a bunch of different things with these bell peppers, again with the claw. Nice dipping stick for your crudité, your hummus, for your dip, for your bitch and sauce, whatever you're eating out there. Got a little plug-in for bitch and sauce. They're great. Local San Diego company. So then if you need to make dices, you can do that. You can also this makes a nice diamond. You cut some strips, and then you just cut a little bit on the bias. Bias is just sort of an angle. That'll give you a nice diamond. That'll give you a nice shape for soup or stir fry or salad or something. And then if you want to you can cut them smaller. Strips for a little Thai dish. Again, that's more of like a julienne. Looking really nice. Diamond. Again, medium dice. Straight up here. And then your tops and bottoms. Of course, you can just do a nice little quick julienne on them. This will be a nice garnish for a soup, salad. Again, just toss them in there raw. It's really nice with vegetables. Just toss it into your stir fry. Ready to go. Of course, definitely don't waste anything. This is the only thing we're not going to eat right here is the centers and the pith. So that's pretty much your bell pepper right there. 3 different ways you can cut it. Have these left over. You can wrap them in a paper towel. Keep them in the fridge if you don't need it all at the same time. I love bell peppers. Awesome.